collective. Thank you for being here. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Whoever I'm talking to, you have people or somebody feeling like you can never be made a fool. You know how to play along very well. You know how to play dumb. You know, I feel you have people feeling like you know how to play dumb. You never show put all your eggs in one basket. These are people who misuse their power. These are people who feel like they are better than anyone. These are people who may have smeared your name like nobody's business. These are people who were petty with you. They spread a lot of rumors. Yeah, right now they are looking at you like, oh my God, collective. In fact, they were seeing through me all along. They were seeing through me all along. As much as I may have tried to hide it too well, but then they saw through me. These are people who you may have been in commitments with, whether it's family, whether it's relationship, whether it's friendships or work situations. But anyway, these are people who are now realizing you can never be made a fool. As much as you're going to be quiet, as much as you are going to try to want to make others see the bigger picture, it doesn't mean that you are naive. These are people who are getting to realize that you are not naive. You're not as stupid as they would love for you to be stupid. Yeah, right now they are reflecting. Your light triggers their demons. Your light triggers their demons. These are people who are so like not loving what they see right now. Oh my God. These people, they are so scared of reflecting. They are so scared of their own demons. They are so scared because they may have put this persona wanting to convince everyone and their mamas that they are good people. These are people, when they do good by you, there's always a cash. These are people who love to manipulate others. These are people who are corrupt. These are people who some of them, they may be DLs, down on the down low. They are always hating on other people's progress. They only want progress for themselves. These are people who are so, I feel your light triggers their demons and how happy you are with yourself. These are people who didn't want you to be happy with yourself. I mean, they wanted you to feel little. They wanted you to disregard yourself just as much as they disregard you. These are people who are always in your business, but you don't care about their business, and their business is not even entertaining them. Their business is actually annoying them. Hence, you are always on the your name is always on the table, hence you are always the topic, because you have something that money can't buy. You are alive, them they are just existing. Them they are copy and paste, them they are being waiting for validations. They are waiting to be, they are waiting for go aheads from others. Whether it's their parents, their whatever, they are always waiting for go ahead, they are always waiting for validations. But you just intuitively know what is it that you have to do in order for you to move forward. And it's so triggering. It's so triggering, it's not even funny. Yeah, these people, yeah, these are people whom you were in commitment with. They can see that you are not taking them with you to the next level. They are not part of your destiny. They may have been close with you then, back then, but then I guess you got to see the real them, and I feel that's enough. And good thing now you've healed, because you are now handling the matter in a different manner. Unlike before you were gonna throw tantrums, wanting to your voice to be heard. Right now it's more like you've healed. It's more like, okay, it is what it is, and now you're moving on. And now it's more like, I feel it's it is what it is for real, because I feel you've passed the test. Whoever I'm talking to, you've passed the test. You're no longer feeling uncertain. It's more like, I've always knew, let me just make peace with this and respect myself enough and move. You are no longer overextending yourself and getting out of your way to try to fit in. That's the first thing that you should applaud yourself. You are no longer getting out of your way, overextending yourself to try to fit in. That's a personal achievement, because right, it simply means you know how to validate yourself. Yeah, you come up as very much mystery to these people. These are people who feel like you have this sacred knowledge. You have this you know a lot about these initiations. These may have been people who were trying to initiate you. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. These are people who had knowledge of your future. They wanted to initiate you in their occult, but then I feel you may have didn't want to be part of anything. I feel whoever I'm talking to, you are not part of any organization, pretty much, especially when it comes to religious stuff. You may be somebody who's very much spiritual. You have this individuality about you. These are people who wanted to sacrifice you. You know what? These are people who wanted to sacrifice you. They could see how naive you were, how vulnerable you were, how trusting you were, how giving of yourself you were. These are people who actually wanted you to dim your shine. It's more like the handler. They wanted to destiny swap. The handlers, they destiny swap with you because you don't have a say. If you are being handled by someone, you don't have a say on your life. They can keep you quiet with their gifts, with their money, with whatever. These are people who may have even tried to buy your love. You'll be asking yourself, why so? Only to find out, no, these are people who are only pretending one more time, trying to pull you closer so that they can try their shenanigans again. But right now I feel it's more like you got to see things for what they are. Yeah, your light triggers them. Your light triggers these people, these toxic people that were in your energy. Yeah, they see you are going through this new renewal. You may be somebody who's more like creative. You are more focused on your growth right now. It's more like your growth, your peace, how you expand. That's where you put your mind at. You don't care about them, but then they are so invested in wanting to. You see, when you lack creativity, when you are using shortcuts, when you are always having shenanigans, for some reason always want to intrude in other people's business as though they owe you something. No, you don't owe these people nothing. You don't owe them nothing. They would love for you to owe them something because they want to handle you. No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, some of them, they may even be trying to enter your dreams, and initiate telepathic communication with you. But then these are people who see you as very much intuitive. They may be remembering you through songs, some of them. Yeah, very much invested. Look at them, invested and regretting the separation. They are very much heartbroken. Whoever these people are, I feel you know these people, whether it's in your family, whether it's in your community, whether it was connections that were very much close to you. But then I feel right now you know them because look at you. They are watching you taking risks. You're not stopping for anyone. The world is your oyster. You are trying anything and everything that you can. You are not limiting yourself as much as they would love for you to. They want you to limit yourself so bad. Yeah, you are more focused on your stability. You may be seeing a lot of 11-11. You are now more focused on your stability. Yeah, manifesting your desires, wanting to grow, manifesting. That's where you at right now. Disconnected from the world. You may be too disconnected. People may even not know what to make of you. We are just looking at, if you are not reciprocating energy, okay, kudos, bye. That's where you are at. You come off as very much disconnected and pursuing your whatever. You are pursuing something and you are very much persistent. These are people who are trying to hunt you down. These are people who want to know your business. They are so invested. Oh my God. Yeah, you look very much joyful. You look very much enjoying the pleasures of life. I feel you're somebody who more like you are having this possibility of going over the top. The way you're so consistent with whatever that is that you are doing, you are very much consistent. I feel you are putting in your energy in this that you are doing. Yeah, I feel this is something that's bringing in order that may be inherited, to prosper. Yeah, whatever this is, believe me, these are people who didn't want you to shine your light. These are people who wanted you to be a lost soul. Yeah, pretty much. You not embracing your inner soul, pretty much you're going to be a lost soul because you'll forever be like them. You know, when somebody has sacrificed themselves to the dark forces, they are going to lure others to be lost. I feel these are people who needed you to be lost, Yeah, and you're like, now you are not bending. They view you as somebody of structure. You are not bending. Yeah, pretty much. You come off as very much happy, positive, motivated. I feel everything is self. It's coming from within. It's more like you've healed yourself. You are moving forward with this positivity. Yeah, you are bringing things from the 5D to the 3D. You can now see pretty much more of the matrix, you are now more tapped in. I feel you've aligned your chakras, your throat, your crown and your third eye, your crown chakra and your third eye is very much open right now. Yeah, you've bruised their ego. I don't know who is it, but then people feel like you may have been holding back, but now I see you are like enough of holding back. Yeah, you have bruised somebody's ego. You have bruised somebody's ego. They view you as somebody who's very much stubborn. They view you as somebody who's very much stubborn. They like, oh, collective. We cannot be swayed. Whoever this is, that whom your light triggers their demons. This is somebody who has so much pride in themselves. This is somebody who feels like you cannot tell, they cannot learn anything from somebody like you. You cannot tell them anything. Whoever this is somebody who just loves and undermining you. And I feel you've realized that these are people that are not coming with you to your next level. Yeah, continue doing you. It's working, and it's working very good for you. It's working very good for you. You may have released a lot from the past. You may have released and surrendered to the universe. You're like, I'll co-create. And I see you maybe co-creating nicely because stability is here. You are very much stable and happy. You've released procrastinating. They may have been sending you a lot of dark things that are draining you, that evil eye. Yeah, pretty much they may have sent you a lot of negativity and evil eye that was draining you, but now I see you've released yourself from all that. You've released yourself from all that. Yeah, justice is here. You are being seen of somebody as somebody of honor. Honor is coming your way, by the way. Yes, and it's already here. I mean, your name is being vindicated. Yeah, honor is it's here for you. Justice is being prevailed. The scales are being balanced. Yeah, you may have shown one's true strength. It lies within willingness to self-sacrifice. Yeah, you sacrificed a lot of things in order for you to keep this soul that you still have. I feel you've sacrificed a lot, collective. You chose yourself even if you were not, even if it meant you were losing, like yesterday's reading. You chose yourself even if it meant you were losing. And I feel right now you are so proud of taking the high road. You are so proud, you prideful in not being rational, in not allowing these people to change you and make you to become like them. You are so proud that you know what, very much at peace. Unlike these people, I'm very much myself. Unlike these people, they have it all, but then they still want to know other people's business. They have this secret animosity, this secret competition, this rage within them that doesn't rest. Meaning their inner child is not happy. Their ego self is happy. Now they want to make themselves feel better by hating others, by being superior. Hell no, it doesn't work with you. I see you've analyzed the whole thing, you've analyzed these people. Now you are like, yeah, I'm done. Because I mean, this year is about you choosing yourself from the beginning of it. Yeah, everyone, you gave them their ropes. I feel they continue to hang themselves. Don't be hard on yourself. That's their choice. Live with yours as well. Yeah, these are people who admire your innocence. They love how youthful you look. Yeah, they may even be growing rapidly because of this hearts they have. This, they may be growing rapidly. Yeah, like these are people who sees you as so looking youthful. Yeah, these are people who are seeing you as so uh innocent, they may have a lot of childhood memories of you. These are people whom you may have known them since you were a kid, you were a child. These are people who are way too immature. You know what? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you come off as somebody who has a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of willpower about you. Yeah, you are somebody who's not scared to take action. mm. Yeah, you have this vital fire of force of life, you know yeah, collective. Stop self-sabotaging yourself, because these people are already in their head about you. Right now, just be more consistent and execute. These Don't stop self-sabotaging yourself, holding yourself back. These are people already are in their head about you, because the guilt is weighing hard and heavy on them. The guilt is weighing heavy and hard on them, because they know that you can see right through them. You're not scared to force you are not scared to force gravity and make big decisions. You are not. Yeah, already they are just you execute right now. Boss up. Do you boss up? Do not show off. Just boss up. Enjoy your life. Do not go in anyone's terms. Just take care of yourself though. You are not doing anything for just look good. It's for you. You're not looking good for anyone else. You're looking good for yourself. Just be happy. Take yourself out. You're doing all that for yourself. Yeah. Do not overindulge though in anything. Yeah, you have people feeling stuck in their mental prison. They feel like they are watching you from the outside in now. Yeah, they are watching you from the outside in now, and they have this desire of coming forward. Yeah, whoever I'm talking to, you are way too resilient. You have courage for days. You are way too resilient. People, when they look at you, they may undermine you because of this youthful look of yours. But then once you show yourself your true colors, it's like you can become this lion. You tear things apart. You tear things apart. You know, I feel these are people who got to realize you cannot be made a fool. Yeah, as much as you may come off as looking innocent, calm, harmonious, blissful, but then you have this fire within you. You have this fire and you can disrupt anything at any time. Yeah, these are people who are so angry at your restrictions. They are so confused on how to come forward. They don't even know how to even resolve this whole thing, because I feel this may have been something that may have went on for years for some of you. Some, it may have been things that something that may have went for months or years. Pretty much this tastes like something that may have went for years. It may have went even for months for some of you. Yeah, take it how it resonates. you know yeah, right now, exactly. They don't know how to resolve everything. It's more like they don't even want to come across as begging to be in your table. Yeah, right now, look at them. Look at them. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, God. Continue defending yourself from these people. you know Yeah, it doesn't mean you hate them. It's just that you are aware you cannot unsee what you've seen. Just learn to have boundaries and love yourself better. Yeah, anyway, the skills are being balanced for you. Do not worry about these people. They wanted you to juggle so much. Look at them tricksters. Yeah, even that apology that may be coming. Yeah, be careful. Even some gifts. Do not accept any gift coming your way, collective. Continue defending yourself, because it is disrupting their lives. Yeah, these are negative people. These are negative people. Continue defending yourself, because it is disrupting their lives. You are in your own power. You are creative. You are moving forward. It's more like things, you are in a new beginning of beautiful things, of people that are appreciating you. You know, things are no longer gonna be the same. You don't have to cry for anyone for of the past. Don't. Let them be themselves. All they can do is watch you. That's all they can do. If God bless you enough, you're gonna have to buy yourself a new home out of that toxic community. You know, when God, not if, when God does most, you know, you're gonna have to buy yourself out of that community. Like for real, for real. Yes, you're at a turning point of your life right now. Exactly. You've been through a lot of lessons. That's the key. That's the thing. You've been through a lot of lessons of magic. People throwing evil eye on you, throwing black magic on you, doing a spiritual divination on you. People smear campaigning on your name. Oh, these people from your family and your community. They did too much. They did they did too much on you and your name. They are going through their own karma. You are now, the wheel is turning in your favor. Pretty much. Pretty much. And whatever that they don't want for you to happen is gonna happen with or without them. They're gonna have to be your spectators. They're gonna watch you being pretty, being the queen of wands, you know, being a go-getter. I feel instead of them learning, they want to compete. You see how small minded they actually are. They are way too small minded. Now they want to influence that on you. No, you didn't. You decided, you know what, I'd rather rebuild myself. I'd rather work on myself. Whether I do it solo or not, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, right now, look at you. You've created your wish fulfillment. You've created your legacy, your roots, something that you love. You've created something, you know, and they cannot do anything about it. I feel whatever you've created, even after 10 years, your grandkids can come look at it. Even their grandkids will come look at it. Whatever you are creating is of a greater cause, is something of value. Yeah, pretty much. There may be uh, uh, a male involved in this, you know, yeah, anyway, you come off as very much somebody who has common sense. You know, you have somebody, you come off as somebody who loves, you know, and give caring. You have this human warmth about you. Yeah, I feel you are somebody who knows what it means to build a home. You know, these are people who knows how to make a house look good, but then they lack the depth, man, the juices, the emotions, the support, the guidance, the being there for each other. They don't have that. You were the glue to that, and they hated you for that. To them it was like, look at this kind fool. To them, it was like, look at this stupid, kind fool. You know what? We're gonna exploit her. We're gonna use her. You know what? She's still even happy. Oh my God, she doesn't even complain. This nonsense. That's how they viewed you. Like you were cheap labor. You know? That's how they viewed you. Let's see some more and close this. Yeah, you are being advised to protect yourself. You know, put on those boundaries, be on defense mode. You don't owe anyone anything. Always remember that you don't owe anyone anything right now. Just be yourself. Yeah, focus on your dreams. A pathetic apology is coming. Yeah, because they see you're still emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, this may be some people who are like family to you, whether it was your original family or people whom you may have took as family. You know, they see you very much emotionally fulfilled without them. That's what they see. They are so spying on you, very much spying. They may have been very much strict on you. Oh, too strict to an extent that you were like, how come this strictness only works on me and everyone is allowed to get away with everything? How come? These are people who wanted to steal from your youth. Yeah, right now you have these boundaries. You love yourself way too much, and you are more like the magician. You've learned a lot from your pain. You've learned a lot from your pain, your struggles. You've learned a lot. You didn't allow your pain to change you at all. You've learned a lot, you know. The results of earlier efforts are realized right now. A time of peace and happiness is coming. Fruitful season is here for you. It can break through stagnancy. Hopes and expectations of peace and prosperities are here for you. I feel right now you are attracting a lot of your tribe. Your tribe is here, things are moving accordingly, you know. These are people who are impatient with themselves. They may even be pocket watching you because they want things to move according as they want. They want to sabotage you as much as possible. But God is clearly orchestrating everything for you. You know, hence you are getting this wisdom, this inner wisdom, you know, this inner callings or this awareness, this clarity. Hence, you are forever gaining awareness on how to maneuver and move forward, you know. Yeah, God has seen on. I will not bless my baby with these people around. I know my child. I know my child. She's such a people pleaser. She's just loved to be loved so much. I know my child. God be like hell to the no. Divine protection for the divine being because you are going to receive divine wealth. Whatever is coming your way, it needs you to be tapped in mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, so that you can actually know how to enjoy and you know do good by it. Yeah, I feel God knows whatever is coming your way. He knows how are you going to use it moving forward. Unlike before I feel you were not gonna be ready for whatever that was coming your way. Before you were gonna misuse things. Before I feel they were gonna even be able to steal a lot from you. As much as they may have siphoned from you, these are people who feel like they didn't steal enough. Yeah, very much watching you online. Yeah, watching you being this queen of wands. You may have been patient with yourself. Whoever I'm talking to, you may have been patient with yourself. These may be people who feel like you are punishing them, or they may be plotting a comeback, a payback. They may be plotting on you. These are people who may be feeling like you may have been patiently plotting a payback through them. No, you were not. These are people who feel like you got their hearts by their head, by your hands. Yeah, right now I feel these are people who feel like sees how harmonious you are. They see there's no pay out of being a bad person. You know what? These are people who don't know. Their lives are so triggered. Their performances are so triggered. Look at them hiding themselves. They are hiding from themselves, wanting to hide, but then they can't because here you are shining. They're still coming in online to see stuff to trigger themselves some more. You know, yeah. So now, right now, they be feeling like the scales are being balanced, very much fixated on you. These were people, some of these people you had soul connections with. I mean, these are people whom you were supposed to grow each other. Them and you, they were supposed to grow. You were supposed to grow each other. But then they chose the dark path. Hence, you were being taken away from their presence. You are being taken away from to be to associate with them because them they don't understand the spiritual path or the twin flame path. These are people who just live for the sake of living. They don't understand the growth. They just enjoy spiraling. you know these are people who feel like they love shortcuts. Let me just put it that way. They love shortcuts. Yeah, they are watching you moving with the flow right now. You are moving with the flow of your heart, of your soul. They may want to come in, propose something to you. Yeah, you have a lot of people feeling defeated by you. Yo, they are so defeated. They didn't expect for you to take your power. You know what? They didn't expect for you to take your power. You are so fearless. You are so daring. Whether things are moving slow for you or not, It's more like you are holding on to your composure, you know. You are firm, you are grounded, you are not uprooted like them. You know, whether things are moving out of, you are not moving by emotions. You know how to maintain your discipline and your consistency. Whoever I'm talking to, these are people who are watching you. Yeah, they're watching the spread being the spread. Yeah, they're watching everything unfold. Yeah, I feel they know how persistent you are. These are people who knows you are very much resilient. You may have been chased, almost your whole life. For you to bend, you didn't bend. You're way too structured. You are like, I'm not going to do that. You are not gonna talk to me like that. You know what? You'll see. And they thought you were bluffing, only to find out they were actually tripping. They were tripping because you were not bluffing. They thought they had all the cards in their hands. They thought they were bigger than gods. They forgot they are humans as well. Mm. They may have been giving you a little to nothing, wanting you to be appreciative, as though you are desperate. These are people who actually loved seeing you in survival mode. You know, they wanted to make you feel like you need them for some reason. I don't know why. They may wanted you to feel like you need them, and you don't. You may have said it a couple of times. I don't need you guys. I can move on and move ahead with what I have. I'm content with what I have. If I don't have anything right now, yeah, I'll work on getting a better one or getting something else, but then I don't need anything from you. You made it clear with them, but then they would insist on wanting to help you so that you can need them. No, you don't need them. They wanted you to chase them. Yeah, the cycle is closed. The cycle is closed. You've reached fulfillment. You are now whole. You've learned. Pretty much, you've learned. Yeah, it's time for you to look the other way and, you know, focus on other things. Let people be themselves. Let people be themselves. Do not allow their actions to overwhelm you or to get you worked up, you know. Let them be themselves. It has nothing to do with you. You right now, what you have to do pretty much is focus on the back, focus on your creativity, and love yourself like you never did before. That's the only way you're gonna have to to be happier than ever. Oh my God, because too much is coming in. I'm not going to lie. Too much is coming in. Right now, it's time for you to spoil yourself. You've defeated them. You've closed the cycle. You know. Yeah, I feel the revelation is here. Their dirty work didn't work on you. They can go try it on other people.